Everyone, welcome to our children's story. I hope you've been having an awesome festive season as we celebrate the birth of Christ. And speaking of celebrating the birth of Christ, I am sure in the past few weeks and in the past few days, you have been hearing all the lovely stories about the birth of Jesus and what he was like as a baby. But do you know what Jesus was like as a little boy? Have you ever wondered about it? Like, was he a good boy? Did he go to school? Did Jesus read? Did Jesus play? Did Jesus have a collection of toys? And speaking of collection of toys, before we get into the answer to the question, I have a collection of really miscellaneous items that I would like you to take a look at. So study the tray intently and see all of the items that are on. Have you studied it? Well, if the answer is yes, I would like you to take a look at the tray again. Is anything missing? Is everything complete? Well, actually, something is missing. The most important item, my cross, is not here. Is it missing? Is it lost? Well, wasn't really missing. It has been in my pockets the whole time. So it's always with me, doesn't go anywhere. And all of this to lead us into our Bible story today. We're going to learn about a time in Jesus' life when he was a little boy of 12 and his parents thought he was missing. Now, here's what happened. Jesus' parents, like so many other Jewish families in those days, traveled regularly to the temple in Jerusalem to celebrate the feast of Passover. And so Jesus went with his parents and his family and friends. And when they went to Jerusalem, and when it got time to return home, the family traveled back home. But his parents, Mary and Joseph, realized that Jesus wasn't with them on the way back home. And they thought he was missing, and they were really, really worried. They searched everywhere, and none of the family members could find him. So Jesus' parents went back to Jerusalem, and they searched for him frantically for 3 whole days. Eventually, they found Jesus at a temple in Jerusalem. So he never left. He wasn't missing. He was there the whole time. He never left the temple. And his parents were really upset. And they said to him, "How could you do this to us?" His mom said, "We have been so anxious, searching everywhere for you." And Jesus told them that you should know better than to look for me, because I am doing my Father's business. I am in my Father's house. And they didn't understand what he meant, which I really don't blame them. Like, he tells his parents that he is in his Father's house. Well, Jesus knew who he was. Even though Jesus was very much a little boy, he was human like everyone else, but Jesus was also God, and he knew that he was sent by God the Father. So Jesus was a human, and Jesus was God. And he came to earth. He was born as a baby, and he grew up to do all kinds of wonderful things. He did so many miracles when he grew up, and he eventually died on the cross, and he rose again from the cross, from the grave, and gave us the awesome gift of salvation. So now, even though we don't see Jesus anymore, we can't see Jesus with our eyes, but we're always reminded that Jesus is with us, and he loves us, and he cares for us. And Jesus wants us to share this reminder with others that he loves us, and he loves everyone, and he cares for everyone. And speaking of sharing the reminder, our church Christchurch St. James had a really beautiful mission throughout the Advent season called Advent Angola Action, where we partnered with a hospital community in Angola to help raise money to help them buy surgical instruments and a water tank. And it has been such a beautiful experience as so many members of our church community have been donating to raise this fund. And so far, we have raised $7,500 and counting. So that is beautiful. And I'm sure with this gesture, we are able to remind the community in Angola that Jesus cares, that Jesus loves them. And hopefully this is a reminder for all of us this wonderful season as we continue to celebrate the birth of Christ and what it means for us. God bless you and have yourself an awesome week.